Let's go to our next call. We got a call from Harold in Hollywood. Harold, welcome to KLEAN Radio.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. How are you, Harold?
Oh, I'm good. I was just listening to Julie, and we share a lot of things. Like, I've been smoking for 10 years, pretty much every day. And
smoking pot.
Yes. And cigarettes. So it's like I got the nicotine addiction and the marijuana addiction that kind of seem to fuel each other. And I have to stop for a job, so I'm thinking about committing. Well, I have to commit tomorrow, and I've been wanting to stop from smoking for about 2 or 3 months, and I'm just really starting to feel almost like a slave to it, you know?
Well, here's the thing, and I think, Harold, what you're talking about right now, to the people out there that are listening, it's so important to talk about this because the marijuana that's out there right now is not your mother's marijuana. This isn't the marijuana from the 1960s.
Yeah, it used to be 1 to 3% THC,
right.
And now it's as high as like 26,
right.
27%.
This is extremely addictive, and we're not saying this, Harold, because you're telling us that this isn't to scare. I mean, you're addicted to marijuana.
Like, I work a normal job right now, but because of the drug testing situation, it's not nearly as much as I could be making. And I spend about $1,000 a month on marijuana.
Do you have insurance?
No.
Do you want to get help, Harold? Let's say somebody said to you, hey, you could go away, for 2 weeks, 30 days to a drug treatment facility. Would you actually be interested in going?
I can't make that commitment with my life as it is right now. I got obligations.
Well, Harold, I think one of the big things is that, getting healthy is the most important thing someone can do. And, obviously your responsibilities to your family, yourself, or whoever else you might be responsible for are extremely important. But if you're not functioning properly, you're not going to be able to meet those responsibilities. So I'd encourage you to look around in your local community or give us a call, and we can probably help out and find an outpatient program. It doesn't have to be something that stops you from working.
Have you tried any of the 12-step type meetings?
No, I'm just pretty much cold turkey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in Hollywood, so I'm pretty much like surrounded by marijuana. It's pretty much like socially ingrained from friends, family,
right.
Like my whole network almost. It's going to have to be just a commitment that I make on my own.
And here's the thing, though, Harold. You don't have to do this by yourself. You're in Hollywood. That is basically the mecca of Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous.
There's thousands of meetings.
Just that go on literally in the morning, at night, every different demographic. I mean, you can't if you can't find a 12-step meeting in Hollywood that fits your need.
Well, the thing I'm hearing from Harold, and is that he feels isolated and that this is something that he needs to take responsibility for on his own. And I can appreciate that sentiment. As individuals in America were raised to sort of be rugged individualists, that we're supposed to be able to handle everything.
Supposed to be the Marlboro Man.
Yeah, right. Well, that's a good point. But there's times when you have to sort of be a little humble and not just say that, I'm just going to handle this on myself, but I'm actually going to look for some help. And I think that, Harold, the good place for you to start would probably be a 12-step meeting, because, you get to learn about what's going on a little bit. And then also you get to meet some people that are sober. And getting new friends can make a big difference, if you can find activities and people to call in the middle of the night when you're feeling anxious about not smoking. That can make a big difference. And for people that don't have the the luxury and the resources to go to a full-blown rehab or the time, it's a good place to start. And if that doesn't work, and if you need more intensive treatment, at least you'll know that that's really what you need.
Harold, it's like this, right? You need to quit right now, right?
Yeah.
So you are, here's the thing. We're not telling you're not, by putting it down, you are putting it down. You were just saying, Andrew, about, we live in this society where everybody thinks they have to be the Lone Ranger. Mm-hmm. Sometimes by admitting you're beat, Harold, in life, it's actually you're saying I won. And it's this weird thing of saying, this thing has got me. It's like, and sometimes you have to regroup. It's like, you don't just keep, it's like pouring bad money onto bad money. or is that the expression, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah, putting
good money onto bad money.
Good money onto bad money, and you're like fighting this thing instead of basically just saying, marijuana, you got me beat, but I might need other people's help to help me with it.
Harold, whether you realize it or not, there's nothing better than other people that have shared a similar experience, being able to share the wisdom they've gained and the hope.
I'll tell you what I can do. I can try to do it a week on my own, cold turkey.
Okay.
And I call this time about next week.
Yeah, do that.
Work. If I can't do it by myself, then I will strongly consider doing a 12-7 program.
I'll tell you what, Harold.
This is our new treatment program.
I'll tell you what, Harold.
Our weekly abstinence program.
I'll tell you what, you call back next week, same time, same best station. I hope it works.
Harold, and if you can't make it the week and you're having some problems, you can always call our toll-free number where you can get support from our drug counselors.
Yeah.
We're 24/7.
Go on Facebook.
7 days a week. The number for our treatment center is 888-601-6040. You can look it up on KLEANTreatmentCenter.com. That's clean with a K. So
and keep us in the loop. And I'll tell you what, Harold, call next week. If you need help going to a meeting, we'll go to a meeting with you. That's if you promise not to kill me. And because I like my life. And but Harold,
we wish you luck.
Yeah, like us on Facebook and stay in touch.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Talk to you next week.
Bye-bye.
All right.
That was a great call, and I hope it works for him. I hope the cold turkey, Andrew, works for him.
I always hope that people can self-manage and change their behavior. It's important that people realize that at the end of the day, they have to make a choice that they want to be sober, and it's often a very difficult choice.